So these are just some quick tips on using this Shark IX141. Number one, this is a $300 vacuum, so if it's having an issue, it's probably just some weird little clog, and it's definitely worth trying to figure it out. It's state of the art, that's another thing. So it lays against the wall like this because it has little rubber stoppers on the back, and those prevent it from sliding. You don't put it in a corner. I see a lot of people putting it in a corner. Another thing is that no vacuums pick up paper clips and toothpicks and pencils and big long items. It just doesn't work. Straws. That will clog any vacuum. So don't use this for picking up that if possible. I mean, it's easy to unclog, but at the same time you want to avoid as much of that as possible. So the other thing is when you need to clean the filter, you simply press that button, and there's two filters right here, and you just simply wash them. Squeeze them out, dry them out as much as possible. Make sure they're totally dry. And then simply click it back in and you're ready to go again. There's no belts to change. There's no bags to change. To empty them, simply disconnect and then push this lever on the side. It basically has two settings plus a boost setting. The two settings are for bare floor and for carpet, and the boost is this trigger that you just pull like this. And the other thing is, if you have a clog, 9 times out of 10 it's going to happen right in there. So you can take this apart by simply turning these little knobs here into the unlock position, and then this kind of pulls out, and you got to carefully put it back in, make sure that all the things are properly seated, and then lock it again. If there's still a clog, the clog could be in this chamber, and you just simply disassemble just like that, and you can poke in here, and you can poke in here. There's also an additional filter in here, but it rarely needs cleaning, and it's very nice and white. So just in case though, it could be that. Reassemble very easily. And another thing about these Sharks is every once in a while the brush roll stops functioning. And believe it or not, it's this stem here. But anyway, this connector piece, some connection in here comes loose. And so every once in a while, after maybe a year or plus, the brush head, this part, will stop rolling. It'll keep sucking from the motor, but it will stop rolling down here while you're using it occasionally. And that's some kind of loose connection here that I noticed. I've bought multiple of these stems online. If that's an issue, it might be this. And one more little thing is, these brushes do get covered with lots of gunk. And so if it's having an issue where it's not pulling as good as it normally does, it could be that they're just have too much gunk buildup. And you simply just pull it out, put on some gloves, and pull it out. And of course, charge it. And once you're done using it, immediately, give you 2 flashing lights if you just plug it right back in. But really that doesn't matter because eventually it does cool down, and it's good enough, it's smart enough that it will start charging itself. And it only takes about 2 hours, 3 hours, and it's back up to full spec with the charge. And then you have about 40 minutes to vacuum once again. It's an excellent vacuum. They last for years. And I have had one maybe for 3 years, and it's been used for heavy duty stuff every single day, and it's still functional. So that's some quick tips, Shark IX141.